Hey guys, it's Olga Heldwein here, and today I have for you a really fun interactive card with magnetic glazed donuts. I really love the idea of card with tiny, yummy looking donuts that are magnets, and you can use them in your craft space to pin some important messages or whatever. So first of all, I would recommend just to pause the video in this moment, and in the next one when I'm showing the cutout element, right here, to get better idea how to assemble all box. Basically, it's two combined rectangles, and the base of our package is just a rectangle with double walls. I need to assemble this box really tiny, and I want it to look really neat. So all the measurements are really basic, and the base of the box is around 9 per 7 centimeters, and for the lid I add 3 millimeters extra from each side, so it's slightly bigger than base, so when you close it up it covered perfectly all the folds, and it holding the lid really nice and tight. I added the magnet, but it was a necessary step. So first thing I will do is cut out my project from the paper. I removed all the excess of paper, and I'm making my small incisions and all the scoring. So some of the lines are cutted, and all the rest of them have to be scored and folded. So I'm making sure that I make all the cuts and all the folds that I need. When all of them are pretty ready, I'm cutting out the window in the lid. So the size of my lid is slightly bigger than the base, so I have to hide a little corner to make sure that everything looks nice and neat. So I will cut off the triangles from the side flaps from the lid. Lid is 7 centimeters and 6 millimeters per 9 centimeters and 6 millimeters, and the frame is 1 centimeter wide, and I will need the separate frame in the exactly same size to make sure that both sides of my box look really nice, because you will see both inside and outside. Here I trimmed off those triangular elements that I told you about. I use my mat as my guide to make sure that I have really good angle, and I'm covering everything with the red tape. With the tape it's much more easy to see how many flaps and scores we have. Each stripe of the tape is separate flaps, so we have 3 long ones, and those long elements I have to fold inside. They will support all the construction and make sure that everything is really nice and sturdy. And in the meantime I cut out the frame that I will stick with double-sided tape on my acetate, and I used really sturdy acetate to make sure that my lid will be not wobbly, because if it will be too soft it will not close properly, but you can solve it with the magnet. Actually, whole construction looks really complicated, but it's not. It's just basic box with the lid. So just inside, instead of one of flaps, we have lid. When all my elements are ready, it's time to assemble my box. I made sure that everything is scored and folded at least once with a bond folder. Actually, I'm using nail filler because I couldn't find mine. And you have to be really precise with the corners, because if you will do it bad, it will not look neat. So they have to be perfectly straight when I'm sure that I have them straight with this longer piece of paper, I'm removing the release paper, and I just fold all the sides inside, and you have to repeat this step also with the bottom part of the box. So all those flaps have to be folded and nicely secured inside. To make sure you have perfect edge, just go with the bond folder around all the folds one more time to make sure that everything is perfect. Inside my box I have to put the window, and because I stick the frame, you will not see any adhesive and it will look really nice. And I need some magnetic panel to hold my magnets inside my box. So I went with the magnetic tape, and I used the same thing for donuts, and I strongly recommend you to use something else because it's not super strong, so I have to double up on the magnetic tape with the donuts. It adds a little bit bulkiness, and it was really hard to cut out with the scalpel tool, so I would use just really tiny strong magnets and it will look also really nice. Anyway, inside of box have to be magnetic, so I'm covering one part of this magnetic tape with copy paper, something really thin to make sure I will not disturb the magic of magnets inside. The other side, it's already white because it's the release paper. It's self-adhesive. Yeah, I'm that lazy. So I cut out the inside and I place it in the box, and it looks so cool. It's closing itself and opening really nicely. I added magnet, just like super tiny one inside. It was totally unnecessary, but I was thinking about the postage and the things can happen to our parcels in the mail. So when the box is ready, it's time for donuts. I just cut out the donut shape from one of the papers from Alice in Candyland, and then I stick them on double layer of this magnetic tape, and I cut it out with the scalpel. It took ages and it was really hard to make them look really nice, clean and neat. So here you can see the magnet under each of my donuts, and I thought about how to decorate my donuts. I wanted them to look really yummy, so I thought about different glazings, and I wanted to add some sprinkles as well. But the glaze itself, it was enough. So first I went with Nouveau, but it was really hot inside our flat, and Nouveau cracked when it was drying, because you can't just put like thick layer. So I went on top with podge, and it's perfect resin that you don't have to mix it. It's in the bottle like glossy accent, and you can go with really thick layer. So it covered most of the cracks, and my donuts look nice. So last checking, and yep, they holding inside the box, and you can put them on different stuff, and they look so yummy. And the glaze is really thick, nice glossy layer. If I would sprinkle something on top, they would look even better, but maybe next time. Anyways, it's time to make it for a card. Actually, I wanted just to make donuts in the box, but then I thought how to give those donuts to someone, and I thought that card will be a really good idea. But my box is 1 centimeter, on height, and we will add the ribbon, so it takes some space in the mail. So to prepare the ribbon, I just cut off the stripe of the gold paper from the team holes, and I just shape it with different round tools. This paper is really cool because it's not covered with metallic foil, it's actually inked for gold color, so it looks really cool. When you sand it, you can fold it and it will not not break on you. So when I had my ribbon banner shape, and you need a lot more paper than you think, when it was ready and formed, I just put something heavy on top and make sure that it will dry nice and sturdy. And then I thought that from the inside you will see the ugly part of the ribbon and some adhesive. So I went with the sticker. I use Alice in Candyland small stickers, and I just added sentiment. I do not know what I will do without you. I don't know why. It makes me laugh every time when you replace one word with donut, coffee, or something like that. It always makes me smile. So I love those stickers. On the gold ribbon, I went with do not worry, be happy. And inside, I do not know what I would do without you. So I just placing both of my ribbons with the red tape. The extra strong adhesive in the tape. It's hard to cut with the scissors, but it holds. Oh my god, it holds really well. So yeah, my box is ready, and to finish up my card, I just place it on the base and on the piece of paper from Alice in Candyland. Donuts look really nice, really tasty, and if you want to recreate this project, please tag me on Instagram or Facebook. If you like this video, please leave me thumbs up, and do not hesitate to leave me any questions in the comment section. I think it's a lot of work, but it was totally worth it. It makes me smile every time I look at it. So thank you so much for watching. Have a nice and creative day.